My paranormal peeps, and welcome back to another Deep Woods Paranormal podcast. I am the founder and lead investigator with Deep Woods Paranormal. Along with my wife Amanda. We investigate everything paranormal, from Bigfoot to UFOs, ghosts, haunted locations, demons. We also help people in need of paranormal help, and we explore cryptids and other things. Bear with me, I'm under the weather today. I'm just getting over the last bit of the flu, I hope. Fingers crossed. Anyways, if you're watching this video, you're looking at this picture and you're going, wait a minute, something looks different, Matt. Yeah, we've rearranged the office just a little bit. I moved my desk on a different wall because I was tired of a little kitty back. Go wrong way. You can't see him. The little cat back there and the little bed back there. That's our newest kitty. Unfortunately, he decided to come home with me. It's like a ghost that just kind of appeared out of nowhere. I've talked about him before. That's Binks. He is definitely a paranormal cat. But he's about a year old, and so we basically have adopted him, and we're trying to give him a good home and stuff like that. So, anyways, moving on. God, where do I start? It's been crazy 2 weeks. This one's hard for me to talk about. I just found out about a month ago, a friend of mine, just a little over a month ago actually, a friend of mine, Joe, unfortunately died in an accident where his house burned down, and took somebody else with him, along with his puppies, and we'll talk about that in just a second here. But yeah, I mean, that was just out of nowhere. We were supposed to be going to his property next weekend to do research in his area. We were going to home base with our new camper on his property and essentially, do research on his property, and then also expand in other locations and do our third documentary of his property. And his death was pretty. I don't even know what I can't even talk about it. It was basically unprecedented. We did not think, nobody expected that. I mean, he just out of nowhere. So let me talk about Joe for a second. Let me share my screen with you guys if I can remember how to do this. Okay, so we'll start. Oh, is that open? I'll go here. All right, bear with me. I've got a bunch of stuff open. This is all evidence from Joe's. So this actually was up at Joe's property. This is something we found in and around his property. He lives up in the Sabine, or he lived up in the Sabine National Forest. This is a catfish head, and you can see the teeth marks in the actual head of this catfish. This head of this catfish had to be 4 or 5 inches wide. I mean, it was huge. And we found 22-inch footprints leading up to a structure where this was found. And then just down the way, there was more footprints down to another structure that was also, it looked man-made, but it didn't look man-made. It looked like it was some kind of a Bigfoot structure, but it was strange. Anyways, here's some other evidence from Joe's. We found this carcass one morning after it had rained. Fresh kill. This was a fresh kill. This had just happened before we had got up. Something had cleaned this deer. All there was basically the backbone, the skull, and that was it. There was no legs. Very strange. This is all at Joe's property. This is Joe right here, actually, showing about a 20-inch footprint on his property. We have a lot of video from up there. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, this is an offering I left at his camp. This is where I camped on his property, and here's his puppies. Here's the house that burned down. But you can see the forest in the background. He had 55 acres and stuff like that. So let me get out of here. Out of this file. Oops. Let me try this again. Share my screen. Let me get out of here. Okay, here's what I want to start. If this will open. Jeez. All right. So this is Joe's puppies. This is when I camped out there. This is from about a year ago. We go up there about every year, do full on 2 or 3 day investigation wherever. And Joe was part of our. He was. I can't say this enough, guys. When I say, welcome to the team, welcome to our family, you really are family. Um, Joe was more than a client. He was more than a friend. He was part of our Deep Woods Paranormal family. And like I said, this is a very hard loss. So anyways, these were his puppies. We set out some corn and stuff to see if we could basically do this. Unfortunately, his puppies died in the fire. So let me move on. Like I said, if you haven't seen anything on Joe's property, they were just tree limbs everywhere. He had 55 acres. His parents basically got it from their relatives. This land had been passed down since pre-Civil War era. And when he first moved onto this land, his parents didn't want him to move on this land because they were so afraid of what was on here. And for about 13 years, Joe lived here with Bigfoots and other things going on. And basically, he never, he was afraid. He was afraid of Bigfoots. And I remember the day I met him through Facebook. He contacted me and he, responded to an ad that I put out on our Facebook page. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, no, there's no way. But I couldn't resist. I had to go check out his property, and damn, it was true. Tree bins everywhere, blinds, footprints. We never found any hair samples, unfortunately. Screams, tree knocks, whoops, all on his property. And then, fresh deer kills. And I had multiple sightings on his property. I had at least 2 or 3 daytime sightings. The Bigfoots up there were very playful. You literally walk through on the path, and they would literally pull things in behind you after you got past that point. You didn't hear them. They were just quiet as heck. They'd pull logs in behind you. Like if you're watching this video, if you can see my mouse, like walk through here, and then all of a sudden you come back and there'd be a branch pulled across there, blocking your way. It was just craziness. But anyways, I'm just showing you some of the pictures from his property. You've seen Joe's camp videos. You've seen all this. All right, so here's a trail cam. I don't know why this came up right now. Let me keep going here because I want to show you that later. So here's an older tree bend. Something just bent this over in the middle of the night, and we heard it. We heard them bending trees over in the middle of the night. You'd hear a crunch, 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 snap, and it was loud. It was scary, to be honest with you. Imagine this tree just being pulled over, and snapped in the middle of the night. I don't know if they were upset that we were in their territory or what, but it was crazy. So, anyways, he had just tons of tree bends. I think I have more pictures of this. Yeah, so this is more like Joe's property here. Just kind of reminiscing. So bear with me here. Again, here's the footprint. That was huge. And let's see what else we have. Oh, so this is a trap cam picture. This is from my trap cam that I set up. And I don't have the video anymore for some reason. Something walked right in front of my camera. This 10 air. That's a damn, well, I would say it's a neck. But you can see the fur standing up on the back of this thing's neck, and you can see the fur up on the head. And insane. We've since upgraded our cameras, but now we record about 20 or 30 seconds worth of video whenever we can. So it takes a picture and then it'll take a video so we can see the before, middle, and after to see what's going on. So hold on a second. Let's see if we have another one. What is this? Green eyes. Oh yeah. All right. So it's hard to see, but another investigator and I were sitting in Joe's camp trailer, his trailer, looking out the window one night, and it was just getting dark. And I think it was just after dusk. It had just gotten dark. And we were sitting there, and this Bigfoot comes walking out of the forest and walks right up to the side of the trailer. And this thing was like 10 plus feet away. And all we could see is these green, huge green eyes. And this photo doesn't do it justice, but this is why this wasn't shown on the video. But there's two of these giant green eyes, probably reflecting off the IR light. So, anyways, all right. So let's watch this video real quick. This is a trap cam from Joe's camp. This happens extremely quickly, so it's going to be very hard to see. But what you want to watch is right here. This is on the show. On it, the original Joe's Camp documentary. I think this was the second documentary we did. This camera was 20 feet up in the air. It was up as high as we could get it, angled down. Maybe not 20, maybe about 18 feet, maybe a little lower than that. But it was angled down. And what you're not seeing is down in the bottom picture here, there's a deer. And watch up here as this thing, it happens in a split second. Something leans out, looks at the deer, and then pops back. So watch right here, right where I'm circling. And I'll show you I'll have other videos of this. Just bear with me. So watch. See that? So let me slow that down for you. So if you're watching this and you've never seen this before, everybody talks about where's the evidence of the Bigfoot. So literally right here, you'll see it bank back it. Just look for the movement right there. See it? See the head pop in and out? That is a Bigfoot. We estimated it to be at least 10 to 12 feet tall. This one's blonde one. I believe it may have some kind of moss in its fur, and essentially that's why it looks like a greenish tint. That's how they're able to blend in so well. Also, the camera may be picking up on it's showing a little more green than it should, just because the light's coming in and stuff like that. So as the sun's going down, but watch right here. Boom, boom. Bye. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. And then this thing just darts. You can see it dart back. It looks like it darts back up into the woods. But what it's really done is it actually just peeked back in here. There's a blind right here. So, anyways, let me show you I've already kind of slowed this down for you. So let me see if I can get out of here. But yeah, let me show you a quick picture of that. I'm not going to go through all those other pictures. So here is Mr. Bigfoot. And you can see it almost looks like it's got hair coming down the middle of the hair. I'm sorry, the sides of the hair of the head. Excuse me, I'm really having a hard time tonight because I'm not feeling good. But anyways, it has a lot of hair like coming down the sides, but the front, if I'm using my bald head. So imagine like a couple inches up and then hair kind of coming down really long onto the shoulders. And then it almost looks like a clown. It's creepy looking. And I attribute this to the green of the hue of the camera. The lighting's not right, unfortunately, and I'm not going to mess with this. I left exactly how it was. I just zoomed in and I circled this because I wanted people to see. But you can see, if you look, there's an arm actually leaning down, touching the ground, and another one up back here somewhere. This might be the hand here, actually, right here. It's like reaching up like this and then reaching down like this, and it's peeking around the corner at that deer. I'm guessing it's waiting for that deer to walk up the trail so it can reach out and grab it. I would imagine that's what would have happened. I think what happened also is we walked by at that moment and it scared the deer away. So I'm sure we upset this Bigfoot. But anyways, like I said, you guys can do more research on that. This is Joe. You can see he's got crazy eyes. He was a amazing guy. He had a lot of energy, loved Bigfoot research, and we enjoyed doing the research with him. And unfortunately, after 4 years, that came to an end. We're not sure if we're going to be able to get on his property, but he did show us a lot of areas around his property where we can continue to do research. I do want to do some solo hiking, or maybe if Amanda wants to come with me, we can work something out. But I want to hike across from his property up the creek. There's these freshwater creeks that are crystal clear. I mean, if you had to, you could literally drink out of these streams. I mean, the water is crystal clear. I wouldn't do it, but whatever. Anyways, you follow this up into the national forest, and essentially that's basically where my plan is to follow it up there, see if I can find any other evidence of Bigfoots, because they were literally walking down the sides of his property to avoid him, and then they were going across the street. One of our investigators actually saw that happen. So this is Joe. Um, we basically unfortunately lost him, and so now we're gonna kind of have to figure out something else. But all right, so let's move on to the next thing. All right, so we just wrapped up our investigation last weekend at the Cat Cafe and jail. It's an old jail that was retired in, I think, 1983, due to the fact that they basically could not modernize it. And in Huntsville, they basically built a larger jail to handle all that stuff. But anyways, we were able to do a really cool presentation at the Cat Cafe. As you can see, I'm wearing my Deep Woods Paranormal Podcast shirt and hat and my Bigfoot hat, which I'm wearing now. We had a great time. We met a lot of people. We had a lot of crazy experiences at the jail. I do not want to talk about this because essentially we are going to be, it's one of our shows. We're going to try and get 6 shows out by, basically get them all edited. I have about 200 hours worth of video I've got to go through. We had up in the jail, we had cameras, security cameras, motion sensor cameras, almost like a trap camera, running nonstop for about almost 2 weeks. And then basically we did 3 nights worth of lockdowns where we were there just before they left to set up, and then basically there almost to the time they came in the morning, investigating, trying to communicate with whoever. I did get a message from Joe the last night we were there. He came through. There's the speaker box, our new speaker box. It's called a FCD Ghost Box. A gentleman excuse me, losing this. A gentleman in England has to make some. Some people really like them. Some people really hate them. It's up to you. I think I paid about $100 and some odd for it. So it wasn't cheap, but so far we've had some good luck, and it takes a while for spirits to basically figure out how to use this. I'm not going to turn it on right now. I'll show you guys some of the footage from basically me talking to the haunted dolls, which are actually now to my right on the table. The table that was here got moved to my left, and now the dolls are all propped up over there because the cats got messing with them. And essentially, now they kind of leave them alone, but that's kind of become the cat's area. Their food and water up there and stuff. So my office has become our cat zone. Anyways, also want to give a shout out to Photograph by Cade. We met Cade and his wife, and these are some of their pictures. If you go on the Cat Cafe or you go onto our Deep Woods Paranormal page on Facebook, you can go through these photos. He took some amazing photos. We'll just go through these. And he kind of edits them to make them more spooky, which is really cool. So this was our presentation. Had a lot of fun talking to people, meeting new people. Got some information. So this is us showing the actual live video of the jail cells upstairs. That's the owner, Elizabeth. This is the jail cells upstairs. We had EM pumps sitting out all night. We had to energize this because there was there's no energy up there for them. There's nothing for them to feed off of, if you will. So we left those running for about 8 hours. And when we went back up there, we had some K2 hits and stuff like that. And you guys can watch the show when it comes out and see for yourself. But we had a really good investigation there. We spent multiple nights there. Elizabeth, it was very nice. She spent a lot of time with us up in the jail, which was amazing. She's one of the owners. She and her daughters own the place. If you're looking for a coffee, which is a paranormal investigator's, must have, at least for me and Amanda, coffee is amazing and they have really good food. So go check out the Cat Cafe if you're out in Huntsville. And go say hi to Elizabeth and her daughters and the crew that works there. They're extremely nice people. You can't go up in the jail, but you can go at least meet with them and talk with them. They do have activity downstairs too. So, anyways, let me keep going through these photos if this will click. So this is us investigating. That little green light actually is a EMF box. Basically, just puts out energy. It's an EMF producer. So, anyways. All right. So let's keep going. All right. So we've had a lot of calls for since our website went down, and now we've rebuilt the website. Matt, when where can I get one of these hats? So a lot of people ask me about this one, and a lot of people ask me about the alien hats, and they want t-shirts and all this other stuff. And we've been working on trying to get this stuff put back up on the website. We've been just so slammed. That's another reason we haven't had the paranormal podcast out. But you can see we have a bunch of different hats now for sale on here. They're all about $20. And essentially, we've got beanies because I know in some places it's getting colder. You just scroll over, and you can keep going. Here's the alien hats. Here's the Bigfoot hats. And then it just brings you right back to the beginning. I will be adding more hats. And if you guys want a different type of hat, something different paranormal, let me know. Or you have a cool design you want to put on the hat, let me know. Happy to work with you. And then we just started making some shirts. So this is the alien shirt. I'll show you the back real quick. So this is a ghost hunting shirt. So yeah. And then I have some other ones that I just did. I'm really, really happy with them. Hold on a second. Let me show you. Oh yeah, here we go. We have men's and women's. Whatever you guys prefer. So this is our new Bigfoot official research team shirt. And then basically, if you go around the back, it has Sasquatch with a big footprint on the back. So, anyways, yeah, I'll be doing more shirts and stuff like that as people request them. So yeah, if you're interested, please go to the Deep Woods Paranormal page. Again, it's a non-stop for everything. You can go to our YouTube channel here. You can listen to our podcast. Now you can go to our store. We're going to be working on setting up public ghost hunts. That'll probably start actually next year now because everything's been so crazy. And here in Texas, the weather's going to change in the next month or two. And I'm just not sure what's going to happen, whether we're going to get ice or snow or what's going to happen. So, anyways, basically, yeah, things are going to be different on our YouTube channel too. Let me come over here. So a lot of people have asked me to post more investigation videos. I know we got a lot of videos regarding basically, just podcasts, and I know that's something people enjoy, but people want other things too. So when we came back from the jail, I don't know how this happened. I basically put all the security cameras that are all have to plug into something, some kind of power source, right? So I put all of them basically into a clear tote, set them on the floor. Because I just stacked all the gear right next to the TV here, and basically set everything down. And lo and behold, all of a sudden, the cameras start lighting up. Hey, get out of there. Get out of there. Sorry, dog going through the somewhere he's not supposed to be. Anyways, so yeah, essentially they start lighting up. So I did a whole video on it. I tried to debunk it. I couldn't figure it out. Nothing was plugged into our power source. We did use external battery chargers when we were upstairs because the jail has no power, so they had to be plugged into that. But nothing was plugged into those. So if you're looking for that, I mean, looking for paranormal evidence, hey, out. And you can come on here, and it's the More Haunted Paranormal Activity in the Deep Woods Paranormal Office. Also, people ask me, what should I basically take with us to do Bigfoot research? So we were in Louisiana, we got back, and then we did, like I said, did a whole bunch of shorts on different things you can use, gear, clothing, you know, items that you can use for Bigfoot research. I know some of it's boring, but I put them out anyways. Um, so, anyways, you guys can watch that. We also stopped at a couple, like I said before, we stopped at a couple haunted locations, a haunted cemetery, and then also we stopped at a haunted mansion. And we basically tried to communicate with the people there, but they just weren't there. So, anyways, that's what's been going on. You can see all this on our YouTube channel. I'm on the way. So, get over to our YouTube channel. So yeah, here's our Deep Woods Paranormal YouTube channel, and there's just a lot of videos on here. I think we have over 400 videos, and there's a lot of old time evidence from here. If you have not watched the North yet, we will be heading back there in hopefully about a month. In fact, that'll be our Halloween special. We're going to be basically locked down there for a whole weekend. We're going to have the trailer out parked out front, and then basically we're just going to be investigating the whole time we're there, trying to get as much evidence as we can. So, anyways, like I said, if you're interested in just shorter videos, come on here. There's a ton of short videos. Last I looked, I think there was 78 of them or something like that. So, and there's older videos of us Bigfoot researching and stuff like that. So we are working on that's Tink. She's got collapsing trachea. Unfortunately, we're trying to work with her on that and help her with that. But if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please come on here and if you're watching the podcast, please do me a favor, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and give us a subscribe. We will have, like I said, we're gonna have this show. I'm doing something completely different. I'm stepped off, maybe I bit off more than I can chew, but I'm setting up shows like you see on TV. But it's going to be solid, basically real investigations. It won't be nothing fake. It won't be, oh my God, did you hear that? And then if you hear that, it's just us panicking because we're actually hearing something, experiencing something. So that'll be real. We try not to do that. We try to be honest and open with our stuff. But like I said, that's coming soon. We've shot 3 shows now. We've done the cattle mutilations, which I'm not real happy with. At this point, we might have to go back out and shoot some more video for that. We've been working with a friend of mine down in the Sam Houston National Forest. We had some crazy, crazy activity the last time we were there. I think we walked in on a group of Bigfoots. Maybe they were bedding down, or maybe they were just getting ready to get up for the night. But yeah, I'm still reviewing that footage. And then again, of course, we've got the Cat Cafe. I've got almost 1,000 security videos I've got to watch, and then we've got another almost 100 hours of video just from basically all the investigations we did. We had multiple cameras, multiple angles. And it was a true TV show. And again, I always say I respect anybody else who's, the producers and everybody that puts the shows on TV together. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's more than a full-time job. And so I only really have the weekends to work on this stuff. During the week, I have other things going on. So trying to make this hobby a full-time job. Anyways, so again, I just want to thank everybody. We've had a lot of subscribers to our YouTube channel. Let me go back here. So thank you everybody who subscribed to our channel. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to come on over here and subscribe. It doesn't, cost you anything. And if you like our videos, please do me a favor, give us a thumbs up and share it with share on social media. And then also, if you would, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If there's things that you want to see, feel free to contact me. Everything in our on our podcast, audio podcast, and then our video podcast here on YouTube and Rumble. There's basically all the links are down below, so you can always find my phone number. Or you can find a way to email me. You can comment on the videos and stuff like that. So, anyways, let me come over here. This is our Rumble channel. There we go. Yeah, we have 770 people. Wow. We've gained almost, what, 200 people this month into Rumble. I know a lot of people are leaving YouTube because they don't like, how strict YouTube is. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate, you following us and stuff like that. Also, we have a Facebook group if you'd like to come over there and subscribe to that. So, anyways, all those same videos are here. Where's that creepy doll video? Oh, here it is. So this is the video with the security cameras. I did a whole. Here we go. I did a whole video. Hey, they're ready to go to bed. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Uh, yeah, I know. This video experiencing paranormal activity as I talked to the haunted dolls. Essentially, what I was doing is I was actually just changing the batteries on the spirit box and turned it on just to make sure, wanted to fine tune it before we went over there. So I wasn't working on it the whole time that we were there. So I got it to work, got everything kind of tuned so it wasn't making a lot of noise. This spirit box is really cool. Essentially, it doesn't spit out, a whole bunch of white noise. It does make little thises and that's, but essentially it starts talking, right away. And voices that come through there, a lot of them are pretty clear. You can turn it up to the point where there's no way that anybody could basically be coming through on the radio. They can't complete a full sentence. The whole theory on this, let me grab the box. The whole theory on this is that you can, let me just stop sharing my screen here. All right. So the whole theory on this box is it does scan through radio frequencies really quickly. Tempted to turn it on. Okay, let me turn it on. See if anybody comes through. Just guys kill my spirit box. Anyways, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. Anyways, it skips through frequencies. I don't know why it's not coming on. Maybe it's dead. We did use it quite a bit last weekend. So, anyways, yeah, you can fine tune it both sides. Essentially, this is to speed up the scanning through the frequencies. Maybe it's just not tuned to the right frequencies. Anyways, let me see if I can do this real quick. I don't know if it's even. I think it's dead. I think someone turned the battery on, which is normal for investigations. Anyways, you can tinker with it back and forth, and you can fine tune it to basically pick up on local radio stations, and then you can turn it up to certain speeds, so that basically you can hear the radio, and then what the idea is to turn it up just a little bit faster, a little faster, a little faster, so that basically no words can actually come through the radio. You're not hearing music or you're not hearing somebody talk, and then the theory is that they manipulate the device to essentially create words and with the white noise and stuff like that inside the box. And we've been pretty successful with that. We did a lot of EVP work at the jail. I know a lot of people say, don't use the spirit box the whole time. So we didn't. We used it sparingly. It was like the last thing. Because once you turn that on, essentially the spirits will not communicate with you any other way. So the K2 stopped lighting up. The EMF detector stopped, basically going up and down. Basically what happens is that this box will start going crazy and stuff like that. So, anyways, let me share my screen one last time and we'll let you guys get out of here. So, anyways, yeah, if you're interested, come on our YouTube channel. We appreciate you subscribing over here. We're still trying to gain subscribers over here. So, we appreciate you guys helping us out. Since we have 375 videos, anyways. But anyways, yeah. So basically, this is the road trip. Looks like this is not caught up with other videos. So if you're on a Rumble channel, there's a lot more videos that have come up recently. I know somebody commented, do you do anything else but podcasts? And the answer is yes. Another thing to remember is we help a lot of people with private investigations, and those investigations are what I just said. They're private. Unless the client says, hey, Matt, go ahead and put this information out, or go ahead and use our information into a YouTube channel, on your YouTube channel. Talk to them. Unless they agree to basically share their information, we don't share it without their permission. So, anyways, we'll leave it with that. I'm going to try and get more podcasts done this week. I'm trying to order a new mic to go in my new phone because my last one decided, okay, I'm done. I'm going to quit on you. And that phone was severely haunted and messed up. Literally called 911, opened up, unlocked, sitting there, unlocked, called 911 on me. I had to hang up the phone. And then the 911 called back, and I said, I'm sorry, I didn't do that. I don't know what happened. There was a glitch with my phone. And they were cool about it. Because it, hasn't happened too many times before. But anyways, I told them I'm good, everything's good. So, you gotta love the paranormal. Anyways. But yeah, I mean, we work a lot of private investigations, and they take time too. So they take precedence. If you are in need of paranormal help, feel free to reach out. I mean, if we can't help you, we can always refer you to somebody else that possibly can. So, anyways, guys, we have, like I said, we have several more investigations coming up. We have, they're pretty much lockdowns. Normandy Inn. I don't know what we're going to do the weekend that we're supposed to go to Joe's now. We were talking about still going to Joe's, and at least into his area, and camping out as close as we could to his old property. I don't know what's going on with it now. I don't know who is in possession of the property. I know his kids now own it, but I don't know if we can get a hold of his kids. But anyways, we're going to continue to research up there. On a side note, if you've ever had any experiences, Bigfoot or other, in the not only in the Brazos Valley, but also in the Daniel Boone National Forest, please contact me. We're looking for witnesses to any kind of paranormal activity up there. There's got to be activity up there. I mean, you guys have seen my map if you watch the YouTube channel or the Rumble channel. We've got pins all the way around there, but we don't really have any pins inside the Daniel Boone National Forest. So I'm just very curious. That might be a place that we go in the future. And so, yeah, like I said, multiple investigations coming down the pike. Once we get all this edited, I'd like to get about 6 shows done. My goal is to start releasing an investigation a week. Maybe we'll go, I don't know how many episodes we're going to go, but the whole idea is for us to get picked up and hopefully get onto a network, and then we can do this full time. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you. If you guys know anybody that can help us with our paranormal research, please have them reach out. We appreciate you. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and sharing this on your social media. And we will catch you